Yeah, right, everybody. I just thought I'd make a quick video. It's 7:05. The day I went and done a job for my friend's daughter's partner. It's his dad's grave marker. So when I done that, I got a tip off them, which I didn't actually expect. I never ever expect tips. And I said to him, well, if you give us a tip, you must be happy with the job. He went, I'm more than happy. I'm elated. I'm over the moon. I says, all right. I says, you know what it is? I says, honestly, I says, I'd rather have the price we agreed and you say this, that you're over the moon, rather than give us a 20 quid tip and then just say to us, aye, I'm happy with it. I say, so, you know, please feel free to take your tip back. And he went, are you sure? I went, I'm positive. He went, go on then. So as I pulled the money out of my pocket, oh sorry, hold on, I've gone back to the start. The couple went away to get some money. They come back and they sat with us for, I don't know, about an hour and a half maybe, till the job was finished. I'm packing stuff away, and the lad sends his partner to the motor to get me money. So she goes away and I'm still tidying up, and he comes up to us and he goes, there's your money. And I put it in my pocket. He went, are you not going to count it? I went, well, no. I says, I trust you. We agreed a sum, I trust you to pay us. He went, I've gave you a tip. And I started laughing. I went, what's a tip? Didn't come back here anymore. He went, no, seriously, count it. He says, I've gave you a tip. So I counted it. It's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I went, 110, 120. I went, oh, 20 quid tip. And that's how that came about. And then he just started saying he was absolutely over the moon with it. And there's another one identical just behind it, which is his grandparents. So he's asked us for a price to do the grandparents. So I've told him the price, and he's like, yeah, I'll just see me mum to get the permission because she's the deed holder. I went, yeah, not a problem. So I comes back, goes home, has a, well, I went to our young'uns, had a coffee with him, went to me lock up, unloaded the car, then I went to him, had a coffee, let the pup out, had a quick look on Facebook, so I had a few photos sent to us of Bryn's sister and of his brother. And then I went down to my allotment, and I've done bits and bobs doing my allotment. But I'll tell you what did happen to us, you'll probably laugh. I would have if I'd have seen something. I comes out our house, I comes out the chemist, which is directly across the road from me. And I'm carrying my prescription. So I cross the road, walks over the green. There's a little footpath through the green. So I walk over that, and I get to the boot of my car. And I think, right, I want me paintbrushes and things like that. So I get them all in my arms, puts the boot down, sees a car coming, I waits. The car goes by. I looks, there's a BMW X5. He's about, I don't know, 100 yards away. So all I've got to do is cross War Street. Yeah. Well, I got near enough halfway, and all I could hear was this engine revving up, and you could hear the car getting faster. So I looked, he's getting closer and closer. I thought, I'm not going to make it here. So I tried hurrying. Well, I put my foot on the cob and my foot slipped off. Well, I had this big basket with brushes and all sorts in. Well, that went on the floor. I went flying into like a square post, what they put signs on. I'll put a photo so you can see it. And I went flying into that. And I ended up sprawled on the road. And that cheeky bastard stopped his car. He went, "How am I, old man?" He says, "You're blocking the traffic." Well, I turned the air blue. Honest, what I didn't say, you probably cannot guess. It was effing and saying and all sorts. Yeah. I went, "If you hadn't have put your foot down," I went, "you're doing at a residential street. It's only 10 miles an hour, you prick." And he went, "Do you want a hand up?" I went, "No, fuck off." Sorry for the language, sorry. That's what I said. So I got up and I got on the path. The little bastard drove our army gear. So I think I only managed to salvage about, what, 4 brushes? Me thinners, me Mod Podge, the sealer, was all over the road. So I thought, you bastard. But ever since then, my shoulder there is sore. Well, this is what I've had 3 operations on. So when I stretch me on there, that's really, really sore. Then to top that off, while I'm doing my allotment, I thought, first things first, put the kettle on. So I bangs the kettle on. I just put enough in for 1 cup. And I hears, "Jimmy, Jimmy." So I gans out and it's Ian next door. "I've got you this membrane." I went, "I didn't use it, Ian, sorry." "All right, anyhow, we'll start talking." He went, "Are you still doing comfrey?" I went, "Aye." "Have you got any spares?" He says, "I've got a boatload in the orchard." I says, "Do you want some?" "Oh," he says, "I'll have whatever you didn't want." So I grabs me machete and I gans down and I chops a boatload out. And I carries it all up. I went, "Right, how much do you want?" I says, "Do you want any more?" "Oh," he says, "Have you got any more?" I says, "I've got a bit more if you wanted." "Oh, aye." So I started walking down the path and I went on my arse. Push. I thought, I'm really glad I kept hold of this machete, because if it had went up there, it could have come down, you know, done some damage, because it's really sharp. So I got down and I thought, I might as well just chop all the comfrey out, right down to the ground. Then if Ian wants a plant, he can dig it out, because I think I've got about 6 or 7. So when I done that, I thought, oh, look at that. I've got like a path, a flagstone path around my tree, well, between my apple tree and my pear tree. It's like a windy path. I thought, that's something I hadn't seen. So I takes it all up to Ian. And he says, "How many barrels you got of it?" I went, 4, I think, or 5. I says, "That's the oldest." He goes down the fence. He went, "Can I lift the lid?" I went, "Lift the lid." I says, "Grab that big bit of wood." I says, "And give it a stir." I says, "And tell us what it smells like." I says, "It should start to like really smell." All I heard was, ugh! He actually spewed. He says, he says, "It's like the tine at low water." I thought, well, that's a good sign then. I says, "John, try the next ones." He wouldn't have it. So I went and checked all the rest. And they were getting there. Ian went, "Is this kind of gone like that?" I went, "Aye." He says, "My nettle tea doesn't smell that bad." I went, "When was the last time you had your nettle tea?" "Oh," he says, "About a fortnight ago." I went, "Have a smell of it now." Worst thing he could have done, because he spewed into his tub. I went, "There you go." And I says, "So what smells the worst?" He went, "Still yours." He says, "But this is really bad, man." He says, "I'm gonna go near him, I'm getting a headache." His eyes were all bloodshot, you know, later. So when he was gone, I says, "Do you want to water any of your plants?" "No, just leave them." I says, "All right, neighbour." I says, "I'll see you tomorrow." He went, "If I've recovered," he says, "'cause I didn't think I'll go to walk, I'm going to phone in sick." So that was another little bit of fun. So then I says, "Right, well, if you're away," I says, "I'm just going to lock up and I'm away while I walks in my shed." I thought, what's that smell? And I looked, there's me kettle. I had forgot all about it. the kettle had burned dry, and instead of being like a purple colour, it was like a bronzy tint. I thought, oh great. So I turned the gas off, and I grabs it by the handle and I puts it on the flagstone floor. I thought, right, I'll try and get some cold water into it to cool the metal down. So I done that, and I thought, right, I'll take the lid off, and as I went to pull the lid off, the little hard plastic handle knob come off in my hand. I thought, oh great. So I've ended up using some epoxy resin to put the screw back in through the lid and into the knob. I'll leave that till tomorrow and hopefully it'll set, and that should be my kettle fixed. But if it isn't, well, I'm not too bothered, because I can always put a nut and bolt through that hole and use that as a little handle for the lid. But I've also got another little kettle there anyway, so it's no problem. So I'm going to go home now, and I'm going to have something to eat, probably quiche, chips and beans. Then I'm going to have a soak in the bath, and I'm going to try and get my shoulder right under the water. And tomorrow I've got a lad coming to service me gas appliances. I've got any gas fire, just gas and heating, but he's coming to service the boiler and what have you. So it's a day off work, and then obviously once he's been, I'll be going back to my allotment. Thursday I've got a quick job in the morning. Then I've got to pick my new specs up, 2 pair. I've got another one for reading, another pair for reading, and I've got to have a pair for driving apparently. He went, your left eye is very, very weak. I says, well, my left eye's always been the weakest with the two. He says, how are you with your driving on night time? I said, well, I'm not going to lie to you. I went, unless it's a very, very brightly lit motorway or street, I struggle to see the white lines. I says, hence why I didn't really drive through the night. Right, he says, we'll get you some glasses. He says, wear them for reading. We'll get you your reading glasses, we'll get you a separate pair for driving. He says, wear them when you drive. I went, right, no bother. I went, well, do you a favour. I says, because I wear sunglasses sometimes when I drive. He went, you're gonna ask for what the hell's a ward where the lenses change? See what I mean about my memory? I'm bloody useless with words. When I want the word, I can't think of it. If I didn't want the word, I can think of it. Reactor lights. He went, right, he says, but they'll not go black in the car when it's sunny, you know. I says, they won't. He says, they'll dull slightly. He says, but not too much, he went, because your windscreen has got UV in it. I went, all right. He went, but once you step out the car, they'll go black. I went, oh, well, once I get out the car, I'll not need the glasses. He says, right. So I've got those 2 sets to pick up on Thursday, and Friday I've got another job today. So it's all gone. Anyhow, I've rambled, and I'm actually, oh yeah, bugger, pulling up at my house now. So I can go and get me tea and what have you. The young ones climbing the trees. Go on, lads. Right, so that's me at home. So have a good evening, everybody. Ta-ra.